And welcome into getting help from Uncle Sam, or when it's something out of the state of Alabama, it might be getting some help from Auntie-Alabama. Whatever it is, it's something that your government is doing for you, and you wonder, what is the government really doing for me? We're very fortunate in the state of Alabama to have a state treasurer that's actually doing something for us. Young Boozer, congratulations on making it through your second term.
Thank you very much.
And you're about ready to retire, but you're one of these guys that goes out with a bang.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You've always done that, and I've known you for years in all kinds of occupations, and you give it 100% until you cross the finish line.
No question
Second
about
that
it.
motion.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I will say this is the most fun job I've had because every morning I get up and I can help 4.8 million people with my skills and background, and we've been able to accomplish that over the last 8 years.
Good.
That's a good feeling. And you've got something going right now that you wanted to talk about.
I do, and Jack and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and I thought it would be a great topic for your show. A couple of years ago, Congress passed a law called Achieving a Better Life Experience, and that's ABLE. Okay. And the idea there is that we wanted to set up a savings account for people with disabilities. And as you know, there is a college savings program that's called 529 because of Section 529 of the IRS code. Well, they added a 529A, and that was to establish these kinds of accounts for people with disabilities. And here are the parameters for this. Well, first of all, it was voted on in December 14. We passed the law in Alabama in 15. In 16, we started working on the development of the account itself. Became active in February of 17, and so we've been running it for about 18 months. What is it? It is an account that's just like the college savings plan, so that you can put a contribution in, and while it's in there, it earns tax-free. And when you withdraw it, it is tax-free when you withdraw it, as long as you use it for qualified expenses. And it's for people with disabilities. Disability has to come on from birth to age 26. And it could be for anybody of any age. So we have accounts for people who are just months old, and we've got an account for somebody who's 80-something years old.
Wow. Wonderful.
Because they had a disability before 26 and they need the help now. Now, here's the real bonus for this, is that if you are receiving federal benefits, SSI,
like Social Security, right?
Exactly. And up until this point in time, you could only have other resources, other assets of up to $2,000. Well, that doesn't make any sense anymore because that was established in 1973, and now the law says that you can have up to $100,000 in this account that doesn't count against your being eligible for those other services. So it's a tremendous benefit to people trying to save for their expenses, medical equipment. A great example, our first account owner was a young lady in North Alabama who had a service dog. Well, Astro was about 11 and a half years old, and he was about ready to retire, and she needed to get a new service dog. Well, service dogs, I didn't know this. Service dogs cost up to $15,000.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
And so she could never save enough money on her own to be able to afford the dog until now. And so it's a great benefit. We've got it up and running, and I encourage everybody to take a look at it if you are disabled, if you have somebody in your family who's disabled. Now, the other thing that we did this year to improve this, we had a law passed in the state of Alabama that would allow guardians to open these accounts for individuals. Up until this point, it was restricted
to the individual.
To the individual or a custodian. There are a lot of people who have guardians, but the guardians didn't have the legal right to be able to open these accounts, and now they do.
Great. That's just good common sense.
It is, and so what we do is we encourage everybody, if they are interested in learning more about this, they can go to our website, treasury.alabama.gov. Or they can call our main number, 334-242-7500, and ask for the Enable Savings Plan Alabama group.
That is wonderful. What a great program, Young.
It is a great idea and a great program, and we're happy to be a part of it.
Good. Keep up that good work.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, once you move out of office, we still need to be bringing you back.
I would love to come back.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Just to tell us what you're doing to help people still. 'Cause I know you're going to continue to help people.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And just remember this, it's your money in the state treasury, but at the same time, it goes to work for you also. That's what you want to have happen from government. We're very thankful in the state of Alabama. We've had a treasurer that's thought in that regard. And we'll be right back right after this.